What's good, y'all? J Boogie in full effect mode. Bun down is the sound. You know how we do. And this is, of course, our visual podcast, which is entitled Brave New Waves. This is our showcase for Generation Next and our opportunity to showcase all the myriad of different sounds that are out there and the DJs that are making those sounds happen for the dance floors. So today we have these three gentlemen here, members of WRL Collective. So before we start, actually, I got to ask, WRL, what does that stand for?
Sam, do you want to take that?
Yeah, so
he's the one that came up with it. So.
I mean, for the most part, we just want to be called Loud, right? But like, our three ethnics were all Laotian, so Lao. We just put a D at the end with Loud, but that name was kind of taken already, so we just went with We Are Loud, which is what we stuck with, but we kind of just shortened it. So WRL, just more easier to say, I'd say. So that's how it started,
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're able to show your culture in your name.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Thank you.
Love that. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I was clever, but someone took that name already.
I mean,
right away. Yeah.
You know how it is in these streets. Sometimes, you think you've, pulled a banger out of the head and like, oh shit, someone beat me to it.
Also, like before we kind of created the group, we were looking at there's all these other groups. What is a way for us to kind of stand out and also have our culture in the name? Is that we are loud, as in like we're gonna make some noise up.
Nice.
Sure.
I like it. Obviously, because of my own background, I might be a little partial to seeing people of color behind the decks, but I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're all blessed with melanin. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let me start by asking this. What introduced you to the art of DJing? Let me start with Niall.
Me? Oh, okay. Man, you got to go way back, I guess. After high school, everybody's exploring the clubs and all that stuff. And then I got pulled into the rave scene by Corey. We'll call him Corey K. You probably know him.
And I remember the name. Yeah,
he took me to the scene was more underground back in the day, to this kind of like warehouse in the Exchange, where everything was discreet. We're kind of like just having a party when we're not supposed to be having a party. And I fell in love with it. The music, just the culture, the atmosphere, everybody getting along, versus the bar scene where it's like, you get fights here and there, where that scene, just everybody's just vibing with the music, with each other, enjoying themselves. And that's what drew me in. Years go by, I met this guy named Stephen Hua.
We all know Stephen.
I was started way before he was, but then I saw him at Utopia, which was held. I think he can fact check me on this, at the University of Manitoba.
Okay,
and we were vibing together, partying together. That's what drew me in. So then he started throwing parties. That's where it started. He started throwing parties, and after these parties, we go back to his house and continue all hours of the day. And he had Dexter. He's the one that first taught me on vinyl.
Okay.
Which is great. Yeah, it was super challenging, but got through it. Then came all the CDJs and all that stuff later on and stuff. So yeah, that's what drew me into it. Just the constant culture, the constant vibe. Every time I went out to see these shows. So.
Okay.
Started from there, yeah. Well, actually, sorry, correction. It actually started with the boys at Daniel. Gilbert and all those guys there. They had a DJ crew there that we played.
What was the name of DJ crew?
No, they had a DJ, like a place for us to play in the lunchroom at Daniel.
Oh, nice!
Every lunch hour. I don't know if you
at the school.
Yeah, at the school. Yeah, but I got kicked out of there quickly because I was playing all those explicit lyrical rap genres. So the principal threw me out of that club instantly. So yeah, that was before what I previously said, and then it just led on to that. So
what genre did you start spinning?
First hip hop. Yeah, then it was trance. then during the early after hour days, it was Electro House. We brought in Electro House into the city, so early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, running AM there for Steve a little bit there for a few years until Family Happens, you know, and then took a break.
Did you just say AM?
Yeah, AM.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Bartending, weekly residencies there, you know, and it was a combination of, you know, I was best of both worlds for me, right? Working and DJing there at the same time. So, yeah, and just being part of the culture again. So,
you know, if we're gonna mention AM, we gotta let people know what AM was.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Let's
let them know, Bunyo. Let them know. A lot of people don't know about you, Bunyo. You gotta let them know.
To hang out and just just a spot for everybody where they can go. You know, late hours of the night. You know, less trouble out there. Have a place to be, vibe out, and just, you know, listen to bangers and bangers and bangers. You know, local talent. You know, got lots of OGs that are still spinning out there. Like me, so, you know, very rare, but you'll see us.
Yo, AM was fun times because no matter what you were doing, like usually like we would always be at a club, right?
Yeah.
And it was usually a hip hop club. But come 2:00, it was always like, where are we going to next? Oh, AM. Oh, where?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
and it you know, it let you, like, if you're coming from a hip hop club, it let you kind of like, okay, I get to listen to something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the next 3 hours.
Yeah. Different atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah. For sure.
Most def. Mr. Sang Money, talk to me.
So how I started. Well, pretty much like it just started off with the love of music for like that type of genre, right? Because back in the day, it was just me just listening it, downloading it, sharing it with all my friends. Through this thing called Asian Avenue or Asian Town.
Hey, Asian Avenue, what?
But that's like where it all started, because thing is like I'll be finding like tracks and stuff, I'd be sharing with everybody, and it's like, man, this stuff is so sick, blah blah blah. And then one thing led to another. I didn't know like this stuff was going on in the city. It's like, oh, what? I can go to this stuff. It's like, yeah, there's a place called AM. So full circle, right? Started going to AM and then getting introduced to different type of genres, because what I was listening to back in the day, I'm pretty sure like maybe these guys like trance, like some type of like dirty like Euro freaking hardstyle stuff. Like it's pretty crazy, right? Then you get introduced to other stuff. Like I got introduced like drum and bass, like he said, like all the crazy electro house, bass house, like all that crazy stuff, right? So kind of expanded my horizons in terms of looking for music and listening to music too. And yeah, that was pretty much just started the passion of me just like wanting to be in the culture, in the scene. I met amazing people, met these guys. Well, I know Pino for a very, very long time, but like got introduced to Bunyo there. Like it was
I've seen him around AM. Lurking around in the back.
So, lurking. I'm not lurking, bro. I was vibing, bro. I was vibing good.
Yeah, we
had a good time.
That was early 2000s.
Yeah, a very long time ago. And then pretty much I just stuck with it, man. Just stuck with it. Kept going with the music, and then look at the music's like ever evolving too, right? It's gotten to the point where like I don't even know what's called house anymore. Just listen to it. It's like, okay, I guess that's considered house now. But yeah, so yeah.
Answer me this, homie, because we were talking a little bit before we started recording.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know that Mandem was spinning. Okay, it was like, what?
Yeah.
When did what? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did he start spinning though? So what were you spinning first? What genre did you start with?
Well, my first gig was with my boy down there, Anorak, and then we were just pretty much just spinning like I think it was just like electro house, right? Like we started with electro house, I think so. I would say so. But what I was first spinning was like trance. Like I used to make like a lot of mixes on like Fruity Loops and just share with homies and stuff whatever I've seen. So it's trance music, all of it, right? Trance.
You were fucking with Fruity Loops.
Yeah, a long time ago. I was making some like hour mixes, and I don't know. It was pretty fun though. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So like started with trance and then evolved into all the other type of genres that's I'm spinning now. But right now it's like really heavily involved into house music, I'd say. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anorak.
Yo. Yeah, for me, how I got started was, I think it's when I went to my first rave. I forget what year it was, but it was Transformers 7.
Also, Steven.
Yeah. It was at
Yeah.
what's that roller skating rink?
Wheelies.
Wheelies.
Wheelie. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
at
Wheelies, yeah.
Wheelies.
Wheelies for sure.
So before, I think it was Andy Moore that was a headliner.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember that one.
But
That was a good one.
before Andy Moore, it was someone was playing. I didn't know what genre it was, but I really liked it. Come to find out that it's DJ KO. I don't know if you know DJ KO.
Okay.
Our
Yeah,
brother,
yeah, yeah.
Aria, his name's Aria. And he was playing, I don't know what he was playing, but I later found out that he was also Lao. And I kept asking what the genre was. My friends told me it was Electro House. I was like, oh, I really like this. So from there, that's what sparked my interest with Electro House. And same with Bobby, like I got interested in like sharing music with my friends, and everyone would like the music, and started making mixes through virtual DJ, not even having any equipment yet, just like with the keyboard and mouse.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. And then putting it on a CD, burn it and give it to friends, and then randomly goes to a house party and it's playing there. I'm like, what the hell? I made this.
Yeah, that's a
Sick.
good feeling for sure.
Yeah, for
So that
sure.
was, yeah, around then. That was kind of my introduction. And then I found out about AM, the legendary AM After Hours. And
Legendary.
didn't even know that, well, until I met Bunyo later, that he was one of the guys that would be playing there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we all were kind of in the same community but didn't know each other yet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the crazy thing about that is in the market that we live in, Winnipeg. I mean, it's a small market, right? But it's really easy to not realize, the next person beside you might meet 5 years later and be like, oh, yo, and then become homies,
Hmm.
right? And then also in this market, as is, I mean, it's evidenced by your relationships. Everything is like 6 degrees of separation here.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're literally
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
you're this close to like the next man,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Funny story though. We found out actually last year, me and Anorak, our parents used to play in a band together.
Oh,
So it came back all full
damn.
Small
circle.
world, man. The
Yeah.
craziest
That's
small world. Though.
sick. Okay,
Yeah,
you
we just
gotta tell
found
us
out
about the band.
last year when we were at a picnic, and then we had the one picture. I love that picture. Me, you, your dad, and my dad.
Yeah.
Just vibing while they're playing
Generations,
on
yeah.
the piano and the guitar, and it's crazy.
What kind of band did they have?
It's like a louse band,
Yeah.
where they'd always play at the socials, at the functions,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
New
yeah,
Year's, last New Year's, and all that stuff.
Sick.
They would always be the band that was
Oh,
playing.
that's
So
sick.
yeah.
And you guys just realized that last year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're
Damn.
talking. We dug into each other's history, and we just kind of like, your dad plays with my dad. My dad knows your dad. So it's like, that's awesome.
Well, there's two
Now we're playing
communities.
together.
There's the Buddhist community, and then there's the Catholic community. So
Yeah.
I'm part of the Catholic community, and my dad, they have their own band, but he would sometimes get invited to play with the other band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a perfect segue to what I was going to ask next. What were you three growing up with in the home? What was being played in the home when you were growing up?
Oh.
Want me to go
Go ahead.
first?
Boys or just Eddie?
Yeah. Go ahead.
For me, like growing up, it was rock music first.
Okay.
My dad always had rock music playing, and Thai music and Lao music.
Okay.
So anytime we're on the road, he'll have his cassette playing the same songs. I would subconsciously remember it because it's playing the same thing all the time. And then as I got a little older, when we started figuring out how to record stuff on the mixtapes, I would record my own songs, but from the radio. Every time I heard a song on the radio I liked, I would hit record on the tape, and then you have your own mixtape after that, right?
Tape
Nice.
that cassette up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause
And
tape
then
that shit.
and then from there the internet came out, and then we had like Napster, LimeWire. That's when it started.
Huzzah, everything.
The influence from
man.
like I have an older sister, and she would listen to a lot of R&B and rap. So that's how I started listening to that around early 2000s, late 90s. And then 2000, and then later on 2009-ish, that's when I started getting introduced to electro house, and that's what sparked the interest going forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unyo.
Well, for me, Cars, Rod Stewart, all the Kiss. We had records and records. Who's the guy that I forgot his name? The guy that sings "Careless Whisper."
George Michael.
Oh, George Michael.
Yeah,
George
Wham,
Michael.
and all those guys.
Yeah.
Boy George, all that stuff. Now he's doing electronic, right? Before he was all pop rock.
Yep.
So yeah, growing up with that stuff and Laos music as well, because my dad always had parties every weekend at his place. So kind of a community where everybody goes and meet together and eat, and they'd always celebrate and
Karaoke.
play there as well. Yeah.
Oh, of course, karaoke.
Of course,
in all of our bloods. That's
the high-pitched Laos karaoke songs, yeah, for sure. Every Laos kid knows their go-tos, and that's through the 80s, 90s hip hop all the way. And then 2000 is when I got into late 90s, early 2000s when I got introduced into electronic music and all that stuff, all those genres. So, yeah.
Okay.
From
Bobby.
there.
It's very, very similar to what all two of these guys just said, because my dad is friends with both of them, and my dad just parties with them. So it's like he's like the guy who's always there. But same thing, like growing up, it's always been like Laos Thai music, right? And a bit of Chinese, because I have a bit of Chinese history in me.
Okay.
My dad always listened to like power ballads, like nonstop. That's why I love like singing that stuff at karaoke, like Lionel Richie, Foreigner, like all the crazy stuff, right? I love all that stuff. It's so good, right? And it's good to sing along to with friends and all that. Got introduced to electronic music when Sandstorm came out. First one I heard. Sandstorm. And that was like, well, I mean, like I had like chances to be like, but Sandstorm was like, I didn't know what it was called at first. Yeah. I didn't even know what it's called. Like, what music is this? It's crazy.
Every week at EM, they would.
Then I dabbled into all that stuff. And
but here's the thing, though: I've never played it.
Sandstorm?
I know you played
but I've never played it.
Fetty Legrand. Let me think about it. That was the one that made me like. I was like, oh,
there you go.
Like, timeless, dude.
That made me like really fall in love with electro house.
Yeah. But yeah, then and then I also have I'm the youngest out of 3, so I have an older brother and sister. So my sister was all into hip hop. So I grew up with Fugees, Tupac, Biggie, all that, right? Listen to old school hip hop. I still do. Love it to this day. My brother, he just listened to a lot of like other things too, like R&B. I like that stuff also. So it's good. Yeah.
Nice.
I think you might know my sister.
It's quite possible.
Yeah. But yeah, so
it's quite possible.
How I got introduced to like all that stuff at a younger age. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to ask you guys, I'm assuming, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm assuming we all come from immigrant families.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, our parents may not necessarily have the best grasp of DJing. So when your parents figured out that, their child wanted to DJ, what was the response?
For me, I just kind of did it along the way, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll save up my own money, spend my own money on this controller or whatever it was." But he was like, he was. I think he was acceptable because he did it every weekend. He had a huge loud sound system that I would hook up to,
so he could relate.
Yeah, and just play. And it's not till later, I guess, when we first started our first show. It was the first show he went to, and he was it was good to see it. And it was like, confirmation, Anorak's parents were there, family was there, our family was there, my dad was there, and he was all, just taking pictures and videos on our first event. So he, to me, he seemed super proud, and that just
that's awesome.
Motivated me to just, keep on going, do what we're doing, and put the passion into it like we have been for the last year and a half. So. Yeah.
So your family actually got to experience you spinning.
Yeah. When we first show, we all invited our family, and they just were vibing. We have videos and pictures of them dancing and just fanboying us.
No, but isn't that the best feeling though?
That's confirmation and motivation for me to keep what we're doing, right? Feel the passion, right? So just
Anorak, what did your parents think?
At
At first, when I explained it to them, they didn't really understand, but like growing up, my dad, he can play guitar, he can play keyboard. He always wanted me to learn, but I wasn't very good. I tried to play guitar and bass. I I just could play the first whatever 3 notes, 4 notes, just to help out at church. But then
Yeah.
once he realized, I was like, okay, this is something that's with music that I like. They supported it and they helped me get my first set of decks. And they're like, "What? You can make money off of this?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Okay, yeah, we'll get it for you."
Oh, sick.
So then,
Sick.
yeah, and yeah, so actually I had a photo of my first gig for Allow Social in 2011, I believe. And
Okay.
then I also took a photo of when we did our first gig with WRL, and just to post them side by side to see that, my family is very supportive, and because my mom was also a singer, a part of the group as well. So
Oh,
it's just
sick.
really cool to see their support for the music.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Sang Money.
Uh, let's just say like I always like to throw like random parties at my place. I guess that's how they just got introduced to me. It's like, oh, you do this? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's like, since when? I'm like, oh, Pino taught me. I was like, oh, Pino? It's like, yeah, because he did teach me how to spin a long time ago, like just the
Nice.
basics and stuff, right? So then they knew that I've done that, like DJ and stuff, but they didn't expect it to be like, oh, I'm like doing this over here now. I'm doing this over there. So what are you doing that for? Like, don't you have work? I'm like, yeah. So just
Or
always like, this guy's gonna come home late and then whatever. I was like, but when they finally realized, it's like, oh, I'm actually doing good for myself. It's like when we our first gig with them there was the loud New Year 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's when we're like, we kind of like, oh, what the heck? Like, you guys doing? It's like, yeah. It's like, you don't believe me? It's like, no, I thought they were just gonna get someone else. Like, I was like, oh, it's us. And yeah, that's kind of confirmation. And then kind of got bashed and was like, who'd you get the loud songs from? My dad said this. And then he's like, oh, I got it from online. Like, you should have told me. I got all the good ones. I was like, okay. It was like, oh, I got bashed
Yo,
by my
that's
dad.
sick.
But it's long story short, like kind of funny, man. But like that's pretty much how they kind of understood. Like, okay, he DJs. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. That's really good to hear because some parents kind of don't understand.
No, they don't.
Some parents kind of look at you like, thankfully, like I didn't really deal with that either. But like, when you come from immigrant families, you know what I'm saying? They don't
Yeah.
necessarily always get a grasp of what you're doing. They might support what you're doing if they know it's, something that they can see being successful. But I mean, they don't quite get it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But I've got to agree with y'all about being able to spin and have family see that, and then knowing they're there and then watching them dance. Like honestly, I can't think of a better feeling. Straight
Yeah.
up and down, I can't think of a better feeling. There was we threw a disco party at Boa like way back in the day when Sam owned
yeah.
Boa. You remember Boa?
Yeah.
Never heard that name in a minute.
Yeah, we threw this Studio 54 disco party there, and it was Mav one, myself, I think Little Phil, possibly, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna invite my moms to come out. You know what I mean? Like I know it's like not a venue that she would typically be at, but I'm gonna invite her. I'm gonna tell her to bring her friends. I didn't think they'd come, but they did. I was like, oh shit. They were like, yo, Joe, your mom's is here with a crew. I'm like, oh shit, for real? Okay. Obviously let them in. And man, nothing beats that feeling of seeing seeing mom's there with her friends dancing to you spinning.
Just enjoying, yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. There's nothing that's gonna touch me like that in my life. Do you
And
know what I'm
also,
saying?
I think it's a different experience for them because in our culture, like the club culture, I guess, like it would be a band playing, but then there would be
Yeah.
tables set up on the dance floor, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like, because when we do the socials, they play a few songs and then they take a break. They go sit down and then come back after. Whereas the club, it's like constant music, right?
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Constant, yeah.
So when did the WRL situation fully come into fruition?
I guess I'll take on that. So
when did you move back, Pino?
2023, December 23 was.
Yeah,
was a good
that was
prior to that. Me and Sang Money were hanging out during the COVID days there.
Yeah, a lot of lab sessions.
I'd have a day once a week, which is Friday, which is music day. You know, whether or not they show up or not, you know, I always play, research music, look for music, and come play. And Sang Money would always show up. It would be me and him at first, you know, just vibing out, just me and him to music, DJing in my living room. So then eventually, I guess, Pino Anorak came by, and we're all vibing to the same, you know, genre, the same type of music, you know, kind of like reminiscing on all the old days and how we did this and that and these parties back in the day. And then, you know, for a few years, I was like, you know, this is some good stuff. You know, there's no that style of house being played out there, like at the events. You may have a DJ here, a DJ there. So we're like, oh, let's put it out there, man. We got some great stuff here because of the fact that, you know, Bobby's or Sang Money's musicality, creativity, and then Pino's, you know, we just meshed and we just, every time we showed up and, you know, jammed out together, it just felt right. So one day we're thinking about, okay, we should do a show. Like, okay, be serious about it, you know, let's do a show. So as soon as they said yes, within the first hour, we booked the place, put the deposit down, and I called them back and said, we're playing on this day.
It's like, oh, damn, we're doing it.
Yeah, we're all in his living room. Like, yo, for real? I don't mess around. Let's go. So we did. You know, even before that, it was like years of us just hanging out in my living room, just vibing out every Friday. You know, DJing, coming together. You know, we'd have certain people here. You know, just the crew come in and out, and you know, I think that's where it kind of like evolved from. Just
nice.
And it just happened to happen.
Me trying to keep them out of my living room, but that doesn't work. They still show up.
And at the time, I was living in BC, and I was moving back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So
then
he moved back, and then we just decided to like throw an event because thing is like I know that Pino was like, yo, I wonder if he still DJs. I wonder if he still does his stuff. He's like, yo, I've been making tracks the whole time. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, he's making tracks. And,
I was sick.
And I was like, there's something here. There's something here. He's got, you know, when Sang Money plays out, he's got his own style of music. You know, he's playing. Same with Anorak. You know, I play. I'm more, you know, exploring other genres, trying to mesh them together, type of deal. You know, like garage and house and a little bit of dub and drum and bass. So stuff like that. It's constant learning. You know, seeing what's out there, trying to see if it fits with our brand and you know, stuff like that. But so that's Agne's job, though. He does all the research when it comes to music. No other.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm wondering,
too, guys.
Yeah.
When people see the name WRL, how do you want people to know that name for? Do you want to be known for house, or do you want to be known specifically for?
For me, my vision personally, like you know, just the brand, like you know, just we don't follow trends, just put out good music, you know, send out that good vibe, have a great party, you know, where everybody's like can engage and like next guy that doesn't know what you're playing can come in and say, wow, these guys are pretty good. You know, as I tell these guys all the time, if you can play something for someone they've never heard before and make them dance, you've done your job. So
okay,
that's my theory, right? So like, yeah, just the vibe. Every time we do a show, we try to make it a little bit better, a little bit louder. You know, just a different we like the intimate setting mostly, I think. Like
yes,
right now.
Yes,
so
love
like
that intimate setting
where everybody can just hang out and vibe together and be around each other and just talk about the experience.
Yeah, definitely.
In general, yeah.
So let me ask you this collectively. when you're looking at I mean the market right now, right? We know that there's clubs are still happening, obviously, because people need to get paid. But it's no secret that clubs are not the be all to end all anymore.
No,
You
I
know what
think
I'm
this
saying?
eventually it's going to be like, you know, it's going to phase out. You know, and people are going to have it at their homes or little
Yeah.
Airbnbs if they're allowed.
I don't know if they can get insurance.
Yeah. Have
Airbnbs be
parties that they don't
cracking
know
down on
about,
folks now.
pop-ups, in somebody's basement or little
Yeah.
venues,
Yeah.
little
You'll have to
different
come out
venues.
to one of them sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try
No,
we
for
try to hold
real.
it in different spots all the time, just change of atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
Type of deal.
Yeah.
Kind of like back in, kind of try to bring back what was done before, like where we used to like sneak around in different venues.
Yes.
Go up the fire escape or
right.
Go through this warehouse to get to this other place while it gets raided and all that fine stuff.
No,
but now it's more,
real.
Mainstream, right? So you gotta have proper security. You gotta have all these things in place just for everybody's safety, right? Just do it right.
Safety first.
Yeah. I'm glad you bring up the word mainstream because as y'all know, right, coming from the culture, as y'all know, anytime something blows up, it gets gentrified. It's no secret. It's real. It happens, right? And there's no, no one's like closing their eyes to the fact that gentrification happens with music and with scenes, right? Now, if I were to ask you, what do you think this market can move away from to get away from that whole gentrification of the culture thing to bring it to something of a more, I don't know, honest thing? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think a lot of people see like there's no like if you go to YouTube or whatever videos you watch, like TikTok and whatever you guys use, right? There's people going to festivals. Right now, I think when festivals are like mainstream, and I think this is something that people have to do and want to do, right? Which is good because things like years ago, these festivals weren't even breaking like 1,000, 2,000 people, right? You go there, there's a couple hundred people. And I went to like my first Veil, there wasn't even that much people. Like the first one that happened, it's pretty sick though, right? To the point now they have like what, 35, 40,000 people there. So a lot of people are getting used to listening to this type of music now, where it kind of just makes sense, really. But maybe some people are just not used to hearing some of this stuff outside, like because when you go to clubs, you expect hip hop and or more stuff like that. I don't know. It's just really hard because there's always going to be something like that, right? It's never going to really disappear. But I just think that house music or whatever type of music you listen to in the EDM category is getting mainstream, right? But not in that way. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's a good way for people to get introduced to it, and then when they finally make it to a more intimate party, then they discover, oh, what are all these other subgenres? And that'll kind of spark like, oh, maybe I should try to go to these other parties as well, because you never know. You can, let's say you're so used to going to parties and you know the lineups and you go to hear a certain artist, but why not go to one where you don't know anybody, and this is where you discover a new sound that you didn't know you liked.
Yeah. Or even you may not know necessarily everybody. Maybe you know one person. You know what I mean? Maybe you have a homie who's like, yo, I'm checking this. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, yo, maybe I should go check that out too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you never know if you let you try, right? Like, you know, shots you don't take. Like, look at that. Like, I decided to go to a drum and bass event a long time ago. Oh, I love drum and bass. Like, what the heck? That's crazy. You just never know, right?
Drum
like,
and bass is dope.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
And I love the fact that drum and bass is coming back.
Yeah, and you know what? Like,
past couple of years,
the scene has been taken up. Yeah, it's really good.
There's so many different genres of drum and bass now. It's just not drum and bass, liquid drum and bass. Just so many, too many to name.
And artists are like, even artists that just play like a certain genre, they're incorporating it in their sets now too, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I never thought I would hear like
Tiesto play drum and bass.
Yeah, I would never hear like a techno sound in a drum and bass song, right? But they make it work. It's like, oh, it's like what? I never thought this could happen. You mix the two together, and that sounds freaking crazy, right? Like what? So,
what's crazy now is when you see a lot of the cross pollination of genres. Sometimes it kind of makes you wig out. I heard this joint. I don't know if you're familiar with Major League DJs. I'm a huge Amapiano fan. I play a gang of Amapiano now. I'm a huge Afro House fan. Ooh. They actually did a remix for fucking, what's that dude's name that passed away? Oh man, okay, I'm like blanking hard.
There's a lot of dudes that passed away, so you gotta be
Avicii. No, Avicii.
Okay.
Okay, Major League DJs. They're known as Major League DJs, known as Amapiano. They play 3-step. They play Afro House. They play Gokum. You know what I mean? All these, obviously, African EDM. They fucking did an Avicii remix, and I'll be honest, I didn't listen to a lot of Avicii, right? Mm-hmm. But fucking, they did this remix of an Avicii joint and went, God damn, is that what Avicii sounds like though? Yeah. And it's like, yo, an Amapiano DJ crew is remixing Avicii in 2025 and it's opening my eyes to Avicii? Okay, let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy the cross-pollination you see now. And it's dope too because music, as you know, is cyclical. Mm-hmm. And part of that cycle is that cross-pollination, right?
Yeah.
The mixing of styles nonstop. And it's always, I mean, it always happens, right? So I think the fact that more producers and more DJs are willing to do that cross-pollination to open up more heads, open up more minds to different styles that maybe they didn't fuck with before.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll be straight up. I'll be so honest with you three, man. I wouldn't know Avicii to save my life before I heard that joint. Okay,
it's all good, man. It's all good. But the thing that's the awesome thing about music, though.
That's what music can do for you.
Yes,
and I never heard of this artist before, and I hear like such a sick song from this guy. I was like, yo, who is this guy? And this guy's been around for like 7 years, and he's got like over 100,000 followers. Like I never heard this guy before.
Yeah.
Like all the time with me, man. All the time. Like when I'm looking for music, I find so around. He was like, wait, this guy's been around for this long. He just remixed this song that I like. And then I go look at his shit. It's like, oh, this guy has like a mad category of everything, right? So finding new stuff like that always gives me joy. Like, you know, it's like you think your sounds and stuff has plateaued, and you go out and you hear this guy does his stuff, and it's like, this guy's sick, and then you just keep going, right? And you just keep going down the rabbit hole. So yeah, man. So
that's why what makes you the stuff you play different. Because it's kind of like a combination of like, oh, am I listening to bass house or this type of house? Is like, you know, it's all cross referenced and just put there together. It's like Simon, he said, like, you don't even know what you call house nowadays. It's just kind of like meshed together from all genres.
So many different, like you can consider it like 5 different things. I'm like, whatever. It's just music. It sounds good. Yep.
Especially when you hashtag it on your mixer. You know, oh, what do I allocate this bass house, tech house? You know,
let's be honest. When it comes to music, subgenres have always been a thing with music, right?
Yeah.
Subgenres have always existed. Like all it takes is for one style to blow up, and then like 10 different subgenres will grow from out of that original genre. Yeah. And it's all gravy, right?
Yeah.
Chicago house, baby.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Most def. Yeah. So let me ask you guys this before we wrap up. What can people expect from WRL going into the end of the year?
Our first event was actually called Holiday Banquet, and then that was such a banger event that we didn't expect 200 people to show up on Christmas to come party with us. I love every single one of the people who did show up, even though I didn't know most of them, but like it was a really, really good turnout.
There were some randoms that came too.
No, and the thing is like, and they loved it, right? So we are gonna bring Holiday Banquet back this year. We've been wanting to do it for a very, very long time. It's just by like time crunches, everybody's busy with stuff. But I think this year should be the year when we're gonna bring it back out. We're gonna have, let's just say like we've got to know a lot of people in the community. Everybody in the community is like amazing. I love them so much. They're the only things that's keeping us going around and just like getting the vibe and getting to, like Pino said, like, or Anorak, sorry. Just go to different events and just go hang out and vibe out. You never know what's going to expect. And we just met awesome people in the community. So I kind of want to get them involved with a holiday banquet too, you know, get them to come out, like a more of appreciation stuff. So more banquet, and then hopefully more events with us, I would say.
Yeah. You see the boys around the city all over the place. Like
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
You'll see them here and there at the rooftop. We have a thing we started with the pyramid, which is every Thursday.
That's right.
So that's
what is it called? What is the pyramid joint called?
Pyramid Pulse. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Patio Pulse.
Patio Pulse. Sorry.
Yeah.
And what genres?
Basically, what we're doing is showcasing the guys in the group and basically supporting the local talent in the city, right? Every week is going to be, support the scene, support each other, support the groups, the crew, and have them come in and just vibe out and try to make
and
that.
To go back on your
consistent.
question, Jay, just house music, I'd say, any types, I'd say that'd be good.
Nice.
So you'll have Anorak spinning that day, and Anorak's been doing a bunch of things around the city too. So this Friday he's actually going to be DJing the Run Club A+ Fit. Make sure you guys go check that out if you guys are into running, or just come out and hang out. Anorak's
this won't be out by Friday, but
yeah. But it happens all the time. Happens all the time. Exactly. So you can catch him there. He's been doing great. So, and yeah, we have that Thursday stuff going on too. So we're trying to keep busy for Thursdays, and the weekends we try to leave it open for just like other shows and stuff, right? Because the weekends always busy. Yeah, so it's busy. So
when are we going to see? When are we going to see a WRL live stream?
Could be this. This could be this weekend if you want.
Yeah. We have actually when me and Sagmani were hanging out at the place here, we used to stream, but we never stuck to it. It's just kind of like, still learning the technology back then. So now that we have all the equipment and stuff we need to do all that stuff, we did have brief discussions on, starting that again. So
you most definitely
for sure, sometime soon for sure. Yeah,
live streams are so clutch for marketing the brand. You know what I mean?
And we do have a Twitch account, but I think we're going to explore other platforms like whatever. Whoever doesn't want to mute the songs or the tracks.
The last one I remember, I think Sangmai did 8-hour set.
I did.
Damn.
I did 8 hours set.
It was a 9 hour.
Huh?
9 hours.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I was fed.
8 hours spinning straight. You better be fed, man.
Yeah.
No, man, it's.
Didn't we do a
Trust
9
me,
hour session?
When I'm behind the decks, man, it's like I'll get lost track in time. I'm just trying to find the next song, right? Just like it's pretty chill.
Did we me Anorak and Sandy, did we do a New Year's one 9 hour session, 3 hours each or something like
that? We did something like that. We were just chilling in his room. Yeah.
We're just chilling.
It's like Iron Man DJing, yo.
Yeah, keeping the night going. Stamina DJing or like marathon DJing.
Oh,
seriously.
Don't have the stamina anymore, man. I'm tired.
I'll tell you the hack. The hack is to have those cushion kitchen mats for where you're standing.
Yeah,
the fatigue mats. Yeah. The fatigue mats.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You guys are like Iron Man DJing on these live streams. Damn. Well, I know. I look forward to seeing that pop off. I'd love to see, honestly, I'd love to see everyone live streaming regularly because I think it just helps with each individual brand. You know what I'm saying? Not just in this market, but in outside markets as well, because you can touch, so many markets, and it's really dope to see your analytics and see, oh, yo, I got all these continents. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with the internet. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like the last time we had a live stream, it was a pretty successful one, right? That was
on
New Year's. Remember that one?
I believe so.
The New Year's one was like 300 people showed up. It was just
damn.
Was that the 6? Was that the 8 hour one? I think that was the 8 hour. No, never mind. We're just talking about it.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the
Too
one.
many parties to remember.
Yeah.
Late nights to jog your memory. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, damn, yo.
Part of the culture. Yeah.
I really want to thank all three of you for spending time with us today. Much appreciated.
Thank you for having us.
You know, oh man, I hope this isn't the last time that we're able to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime. Yeah.
Definitely love to get you on again. And I want
Let me know if you want to smoke up too, Jay. I know you still smoke.
Oh, come on now. You know.
Let's do it, man. Come on, man. I never had a joint with you in a minute.
Guy, we can bun and we can spin and we can sesh the whole 9.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
let's do it, yo.
Hell yeah.
Every Friday.
Do you still have CDs?
CDs?
I do.
No, man.
Yeah.
Well, I do, but they're all boxed up, man.
Oh yeah, look out for that too. I think we're just talking now, but we're gonna bring back like the nostalgic moments of the CDJ. So like DJs
jam out with the CDs.
Yeah,
he's got
current cases of
800 still. So everybody bring their CDs, the 800 CDJ setup. You know, just bring back the nostalgic. You know,
damn, that'd be sick, yo.
Trigger the memories. You know.
Do a live stream with that.
You could do live stream. Yo, do that. You could live stream with that.
You know, you have to scramble and download your songs and burn it on a CD.
Right?
That'd be sick, yo.
Yeah, that's gonna be something in the works. It'll be throwback night for sure.
There you go.
Vintage vibes.
Well, thanks again, fellas. This definitely, as long as you're down, this won't be the last time.
For sure.
For sure.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Hey.
How could I not? Come on now. Asian DJ crew. How could I not? Come on now. Let's be real.
Vibes with vibes, you know? Yeah.
Also want to shout out to all the other people in WRL too. Wish you guys could have been here. Maybe the next time. So you got Ivan, Girls Only, Project Peace, Pat, Ha Ha Ha. My big brother KO, you know. Got a shout out to one of our good friends, Hung Lo, our homie Danny. He's taking a step back, but he's always been part of our crew. Respect to everybody in my crew. Love you all.
Lone T too, Aria's wife. Yeah.
I can't forget about Loan, yeah.
Yeah, you can't get Loan. Yeah, we're like 10, 11 strong, so yeah. More to come, maybe. We'll see.
I definitely want to hail up Project P and Girls Only.
Yeah.
Because they're B-boys.
He's doing some good stuff, Project P. Shout out Project P.
Yeah. Those guys always working hard behind the scenes. I love them.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Thanks again, fellas. You know we'll get you back then.
For sure.
All right. Until next time.
For sure.
Guys.
Salute.